All right, we're going to be reviewing how to calculate slope given 2 points. So if you want to pause the video for a second and write down these 4 problems, go ahead and do that now. All right, so we're going to be using the slope formula. Remember that slope is the change in y over the change in x. And so remember, it doesn't matter what we call point 1 and point 2 as long as we remain consistent. And so our first set of ordered pairs here, we have -3, -2, and 2, 7. And so I'm going to say that my slope is equal to my y value minus my y value. And since that's minus a -2, that's going to turn that into +2. And then my x value minus my x value minus a -3 is going to turn that into a +3. And I'm going to end up with 9/5. So the slope for this, between these 2 points, is 9/5. If we look at our second one here, our first ordered pair is 3, 4. So that's my x1, y1. And my x2, y2. And so I'm going to take and say that my slope is equal to my y value minus my y value. And then my x value minus my x value. And I end up with a number divided by 0, and I know that I cannot divide by 0, and so therefore that the slope of this line is undefined. I may have noticed that at the beginning when I saw that the x-coordinates of these 2 points were the same. And so we have to be careful that we're answering the right question here. The slope of this line would be undefined. If I were asked to write the equation of the line, WEL, write the equation of the line would be x equals 3. All the ordered pairs on this line would have an x value of 3. All right, let's look at number 3. Calculating the slope. I'm going to take my y value, -4, minus my y value, 2, over my x value, 0, minus my x value, -8. That minus a -8 is going to turn that into a positive. And my slope here is going to be -6/8, which is going to reduce to a slope of -3/4. If we look at our last example here, we have our x1, y1, and our x2, y2. If I go to start my slope formula, I'm going to have -2 minus a -2 over -3 minus 5. Now in this one we have 0 divided by a number. 0 divided by any number tells me that the slope is 0. So for this particular problem, the slope is 0. Now I may have noticed that because if I look at my y values to start with, they were both the same. And so when that's the case, then I know that my slope is going to be 0. Now what I want to be careful about is that I'm answering the correct question. Since we were figuring out the slope, the correct answer to this question is m equals 0. If we were asked to write the equation of the line, the WEL, write the equation of the line for this particular, for these 2 points, the equation of the line would be that y is equal to -2. Every point on this line would have to have a y value of -2.